How you doing, guys? Koji here, ComplEat.com. I want to show you some recovery tools what I use to recover from workouts and get the best results from my training. So there are a couple tools what I use every day after or before my training session, my workouts, which helps me to get to another workout. But I also have day off when I focusing on that 1 or 2 hours what I usually train. I'm gonna focus on that, fixing bigger injuries or bigger things with holding me back. So this is my recovery day, what I want to take you through, starting with this compression top. So you might wonder why I'm wearing this. So this is like a recovery top, but we're gonna go down on the floor, do some foam rolling, and I'll explain how to use this and the foam roller as well as a recovery tool. So what you can see here, I'm wearing my compression top and my compression bottom. So these are meant for recovery. So they have like a feet hook, which you can, basically it's for sleeping. You can sleep in this, but it can be really hot. The difference between these and other compression tops you can train in is not just this, because this is not the most comfortable if you want to train in, because they usually cut it here. So this is more sleeping, and then also, as you can see, the lines, they're very tight here, and it is getting a little looser up here, so you're not gonna get, restricted butt flow or something. It's good for calves. I really like it if you have like you run a lot to jump and you have tight calves or Achilles. It's gonna help if you wear them for a couple hours a day. This is the same. If you have elbow, forearm injuries, they're really tight here and then getting looser up here, so you're not gonna feel like it's compressed your chest too much. So I wear this usually a couple hours on my recovery day, or if sometimes I train in this, you might see on my Instagram or something, I train in these tops. It's good for upper body, it keeps you warm and help with the blood flow. I sometimes, if it's cold in the gym, I wear compression bottoms, not these ones, training ones. And if I wear those, then I stay in them for a couple hours after training. So if you're wearing compression, you should wear them at least 2 hours, up to 6 hours to help with recovery. And then also, so when I'm in this at home, sometimes when I do my walking outside, I still wear these to, again, help with the blood flow, get out the lactic acid and the waste products from the muscle. And then also gonna do foam rolling in this. It might take an hour, might half an hour, depending on the day, how tight I am. But what you wanna do, what most people screw up with foam rolling is they either do it too much or they do stuff what you shouldn't. So foam rolling should be something you can do every day, but not too long that it's losing its purpose. So it should be for finding trigger points or hotspots, however you want to call them, those muscle nuts where you feel the muscle the tightest and you want to untighten them. You want to lose those trigger points. So what I do, I just go a full body foam rolling, and I'm searching for those hot spots. If there's nothing, then I'm not spending more time with it. I'm go to the next recovery tool, or I just do whatever. If it's a training day, I start training. But if I find something, I want to massage it out until it's completely loose and I'm able to do the exercise what I have to do. So today I felt my hip really tight, so I'm probably gonna spend more time on the hip and the quad. So I like to move my knee up and then just really find those hot spots, and once you find it, you're gonna know it, and you just want to roll and stay on, and then breathe into the pain until you don't want to fight against it. You don't want to do like very, very aggressively into the spot. You want to lean into it, you want to push your body weight into the pain, but not as much that it hurts you too much. You cannot concentrate anything but the pain. You should relax into the tightness and your body is gonna loosen up, because if you fight against it, you're gonna get just tighter and tighter. So you wanna, when you're recovering, you wanna be in parasympathetic state. It means it's a relaxed state. So That's why I do belly breathing a lot on recovery day extra. I do this anyway between sets when I'm training or for recovery after the workout, but I'm focusing a lot on recovery day. So what I do is I just lay down on my back and I practice belly breathing. So you want to breathe in here instead of to your chest. That's belly breathing, and I do this longer on recovery day. I might spend 10 minutes on this and then try to just really relax my body. I do massage point, trigger points around the chest and the rib cage to loosen up those muscles as well, so I can breathe even deeper. It's really important because RPR, reflexive performance reset, and it's basically like reflexology. So you want to breathe in, diaphragm breathing, and then loosen up the muscle and activate the muscles what you need to be active. It's good for before workout. So I do whatever I have to focus on day. So for my glutes, there's trigger point for glutes and every other muscle fibers, other muscle groups. But on recovery day, I'm just really focusing on the tight spots throughout the body. I'm not looking for performance, I'm looking for recovery. So it's breathing and just loosen up the tight spots. So that's might take an hour in this, might take half an hour, but this is one of my very important recovery tool on my rest day. And I also have this ball here, we call the peanut. If you have tight spots, so it is too big or something, you can lean on this, which goes into the muscle much deeper, which is super uncomfortable. But if you do this every day, I guarantee you're gonna see much better performance in all of your lift in the gym or at home. Your performance is gonna increase if you start improving your recovery tools. And now the next recovery tool. So now we're back up at the table. I wanna show you this little guy. It's a Tiger Balm, which is awesome. I'm gonna make a separate video about this because it's a great recovery tool. It's not just good for warm-up, but also for injuries, and again help you to get better, feel better after a hard session. So there are two kinds of Tiger Balm. You get the white one and the red one. The red one is better for warm-ups. You're gonna feel this like a deep heat, probably you know better, and this is like a deep cold or deep freeze. So what it does, the red one, it's obviously warms you up. The white one has a mint in it, so you're gonna feel more like a cooling feeling. This is very strong. This is not like deep heat what you buy. It's not the cream, it's more like an oil. And what you need to do is just a little bit and put it on a spot where it's tight. And I use this to keep it on like a couple hours. You're gonna feel it for like let's say 2 hours. My elbow has been a mess for the last couple months, so I started to use this regularly, almost every day, to just rub it on my elbow and around the muscles, and I'm trying to massage as deep as you can. In about 10 minutes you're gonna feel like a cold feeling, and it's like you're wearing an ice pack. Ice packing is another thing which you can use for recovery. It depends on the inflation on the muscle. You don't want to use ice pack straight after workout unless you're like injured or something. But sometimes inflammation is good, especially if we talk about hypertrophy. If you want to build more muscle, it's good to be if it's inflamed, because that means you work the muscle, you damage the muscle as much as you can. When you recover, your body automatically gonna rebuild that muscle tissue and you should be fine. But if it's come on and it's very painful, that you probably injured, you probably overdid it, and ice can help. Don't put an ice pack more than 20 minutes on the muscle, because what's going to happen, the muscle is going to be too cold now, and that is just your body's going to pull more blood into that area and it's going to just inflame again. So 20 minutes, cool it down until it cools down, and then you can do it in the next, like, let's say 2-3 hours. The last thing I want to talk about is ice bath or hot bath. Ice bath works the same way as the ice pack. I more recommend to do hot bath. It's like kind of like, I use it because I don't have a sauna here, but it's gonna use like a sauna. So you do like a very hot bath, Of course, something you can sit in, not like crazy hot. You can use it like as a steam room as well if you have a small bathroom, and then make it really hot. Sit in. I sometimes sit in half an hour, 1 hour in it, and it really helps me relax, especially before sleep. I think sleep is very undervalued nowadays as a recovery tools, because that's the best one you can do, because that's where you recover the most. So make sure you fix your sleeping pattern first. So make sure you have like a cold room, dark room, and you can sleep better undisturbedly for like 8 hours. Sometimes 6 is enough, 7, everyone is different. Everything from 6 to 8 is good, sometimes 9. But when you wake up, you should feel refreshed, and it's very important. Use earplugs if you have to. I use it sometimes because I live in an inner city, and it's sometimes very noisy. So I wake up a lot of times during the night. So what you want to do, earplug, you can play some music, you can play some white noises to help you recover, helps you relax more, and having a nice and deep REM cycle. Very important. Sleep first, and then everything else what I just mentioned in this video. Always recover before you go back to a hard training session. If you haven't recovered, take another day off. Recover is way more important than training, because if you cannot recover, you can train as much as you want, you're never gonna surplus the previous workout. Because what you need is super compensation, which means you are here today, you train a little bit, so you exhaust your body, and then when you recover, you're gonna end up a little bit higher, so your baseline is getting higher, and then you kill yourself with the workouts, you recover, you go up. But if you just get the baseline, you kill yourself and you don't recover, and you finish like you recover under your baseline, you kill yourself, what you want to see is just it's a decline in your performance. So if you have to take 2 days break, take 2 days break. If you have a week off because you never took a week off in the last year, then take a week off, for God's sake. Recovery, best, recovery, most important in your training. If you don't recover, you're never gonna see performance, or even if you're just going for weight loss or muscle gains, so you're going for a look, then recovery, again, way more important than actual training. So if you don't see changes, you might consider taking a couple days off, focus on nutrition, sleep, and the recovery tools, what I just mentioned. I hope this was helpful. Catch you next one. Train complete.